Okay, so the first thing here should look pretty familiar, right? You just did this last couple of days. So in number one, we have f of negative 7. What variable is negative 7? You can say it. X. Don't be shy, right? X. So let's count over negative 7 on our x-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative 7. Go down. And what is the y value when x is negative 7? Negative 6? Did I count that right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. All right. What about when x is 0?
It's negative 6.
What's the issue? Are we good? Did I count wrong?
No.
Oh. Okay. All right. What about when x is 0? What's y? 3. What about when x is 4? Y is 1. What about when x is 9? Yep, negative 4. Okay, now, letter B is a little different. Okay, it says for how many values? So you're not giving me the values, you're just telling me how many. What variable replaces f of x? Y. So go to y equals 5 and draw a straight line across y equals 5. It's the easiest way to see this one. And then put a dot everywhere that your due line crosses that graph. How many times does it cross? 3 times. That means there are 3 x values. All right, what is the y-intercept of this relation? What's the y-intercept of this relation? 3. Look up here where it crosses the y-axis. Okay, where it crosses the y-axis is our y-intercept. So we write it as 0, 3. Okay, now DD we haven't talked about yet. It says state the maximum and minimum values. When I ask you for the maximum and minimum values, excuse me, you are going to give me only y values. Everybody say y values. Okay, make a little note there. Whenever you see the word value, you're only giving me y values. Okay, for min and max. So take a look at the graph. Let me erase my mess up here. Okay, and find the maximum y value. What's the maximum y value on our graph? All right, look at the highest point, right? The highest point is here, and that would be when y is 6. Okay, so we'll say maximum is 6. Okay, then what's our lowest point or our minimum y value? Negative 6, right down here. All right, and then explain to me, why is this graph a function? Why is it a function? Passes the vertical line test. And you can just write VLT if you would like. Vertical line test. Questions, issues, concerns? Okay. Exercise 2. Is it a function? You bet it is. It passes the vertical line test. Okay, now, letter B is different than our previous question. State the maximum point. Does it say value anymore? No. So when it says point as an ordered pair, okay, we find that highest point and we write it as an actual coordinate point, which is 1, 5. Okay, now part C is what we talked about before. What's the maximum value? Go with your gut. 5, right? The y value is our maximum value, which would be 5. Okay, so when I ask you what's the maximum point or what's the minimum point, you give me the corner point. When I ask you what's the maximum value, minimum value, you give me the y value. Yeah? I don't feel like you're with me. You're alive and well? You're alive, but you're not well?
No.
All right, let's keep moving. We're almost there. We're not going to get these all done together. We'll finish in a moment. All right, f of 0. What's f of 0? 4. What do we call that point? The b. Yeah, it's b in our equation. Y equals mx plus b. What is it? What is b? The y-intercept. That's our y-intercept. All right, f of 1 is, we already got that, 5. Okay, f of 3 is 1. Very good. All right, between the x values of -2 and 1, where I highlighted, what is happening to my graph at that section? It's going, think left to right, like it's going up. What's a better mathematical way of saying that? It's increasing. Okay, it's increasing from -2 to 1. All right, what about from 1 to 3? Right here, 1 to 3. It's going down, right? It's decreasing. Group, I don't know what all the talking is about, but stay focused. Okay, go ahead and tap your computer for Desmos really quick. I'm going to show you why Desmos is such a good tool. Okay, these questions are actually OST questions that you can do with a graph. Desmos makes everything a lot easier. All right, what we're going to do as soon as you get to Desmos, okay, you are going to put in that first f of x function straight into that first column there, or that first row there. Okay, that's what it should look like in Desmos to start. And if you're having a hard time getting that to show up, let me know. Come help you out. Okay, so it says there, a function is shown, f of x equals 5 times x minus 2 squared plus 3. What is the minimum value of the function? So when you read these questions on the OST in April, when you see the word value, I want you to have, Mrs. Krause's head pocket here. I mean, my face pocket head. Okay? I'm saying value. I'm not saying point. I'm saying value. What does that mean? Y only. Y only. Okay, so if you look here, if I click this point, that's my minimum point, but what's the minimum value? Okay, so minimum point is right here. Yes? Can we agree on that? Okay, what is the minimum value? 3. Okay, we only want y when we see the word value. Okay, so when we go back to notes right here, you would just put 3. Okay? The point is 2 to 3. The minimum value is 3. When in doubt, use what? Desmos. It will help you with everything if you let it. Okay, the graph of a function is shown. What is the maximum value of the function? Here's the point. What's the maximum value? 3. Okay? Because that's the y value. The y value is 3. Those are actually OST questions. This one is from last year. This one is from 2 years ago. You will see something exactly like that. Okay? So make sure you remember value. Alright, we're going to use Desmos for the rest of this page. Okay, it says the table below is partially filled in. How can we easily fill in the rest of the table? Create a table in Desmos. Okay, so go ahead and go to Desmos, delete what you have in there. Okay, and we're going to put in that new function. You can use y equals instead of f of x if you would like to. Okay, how do I make a table once I have a function in Desmos? Yeah, click this little wheel, maybe. Click this little wheel. Okay, and then right here is a table, and it'll add a table for you. Like whatever numbers you don't have, you can find by typing in minutes here. Okay, so we need -2 and -1, which are on there. We need 1, and then we also need 3 and 4. Okay, if you're not getting that, if you're struggling to get that, raise your hand. I'll come help you out. This is a skill we gotta know. So I want to make sure that you're pretty fluid on putting this in and getting that table. Okay, go ahead and fill in your table on exercise 4.
But we need -2, right? So you're here, so we're taking -2. Oh, you weren't. Okay, so when you get that in there, let's go right here. So you have that. That's good. Okay, so you okay?
Oh, that's good.
And then you put, and then you put this on your table. And then you put it in here. So like if you do -3, you stick your -3 on top of the line.
All right, so I'm going to have you read me the values here. What is my value at -2? What about -1? Huh? What about at 1? 3? 4? All right, so I'm going to quickly graph these. Okay, so here we go. All right, where does the graph cross the x-axis, or when y equals 0? Where does it cross the x-axis? Hello, where does is it cross the x-axis? What's that x value? -1 and 4. Okay? Where does it cross the y-axis? Or when x is 0? Right there. Oh, no, sorry, that's on. Rewind. Right there where it crosses the y-axis. -4. All right, does the graph have a minimum low point or a maximum high point? What does it have? Minimum. Thank you. Okay. A minimum right here. Is it easy to pick out what that minimum is? Okay, keep in mind, I did not plot a point there. Okay, that's not a point that I plotted. I only plotted here. Okay, it's not in my table. So we need to go back to Desmos. Okay, and we need to tap on that vertex or that turning point. That will tell us what the vertex is. Sometimes it'll be nice and it'll be in your table. Other times it will not be. So you can't assume a point unless it's actually in your table. Okay, so go ahead and fill that in for the ordered pair there in part B. Okay, in the part E, why does the graph not have a maximum? Why does it not have a maximum?
As if there was, well, this is not really right, but it could not be a function.
I see what you're saying, like if it came together. It's a great way of thinking. Think about arrows. Do arrows end? No. So we have no idea where that graph is going to end. It actually really doesn't. And we can't use infinite or infinity as a maximum. Okay? So we say there's no maximum because it's going to keep going on forever, but we do have a minimum where it stops. Okay? Bring this back tomorrow. We're going to finish these weeks tomorrow.